What's up, guys, and welcome back to part 16 of our Final Fantasy 16 Platinum walkthrough. The two trophies in the previous one unlocked the Shiva Titan, and now we are going to go and do a bunch of question stuff. Let's see. What does August have? He wants to propose to Blackthorn now?
Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. With the forge and all that. Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing at ether like no one's business.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Every creature in the area is either turned or on the way to turning, apparently. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. They need help, and quick. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. Except get eaten. If something ain't done soon, the old place will be overrun.
Of course,
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthorn know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only do something stupid. You reckon we should tell him?
No. It's better this way.
Yeah, well, I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there.
Alright, Blacksmith Blues number 4.
Clive! Anything catch
What
your eye?
quest do you have for me? Under new management. Okay. Rekindling the flame. Okay. Oh, lines in the sand, trading places, duty and dying.
Always something in there.
We'll get them. Let's go check out the infirmary first. Hey, Joshua got new
How are
thread.
you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
Oh,
it was Chris. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
Oh, Prince. Yes. What happened to the Prince? What's happening over here? Where?
what is this place?
Don't move.
He did some bad stuff, but he's a good guy and he was toyed, like deceived by Ultima, toyed with him. I don't know what not.
Here, it's fresh from the well. grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
Okay, now what if all the people start blaming him? Because I thought he could, rise up and be the leader these guys needed.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
What was there next to the one? Phoenix से यहाँ था.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you come in.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
Hey Vivian. No new hunt markers, so huh? Nope, all clear. We have done 20 hunt markers.
I still say it were a compliment.
Say it all. Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right. If it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood?
इसको मीट नहीं पसंद.
Barnabas Tharm, the one they call the Last King. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped, and Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Let's check out the shelves as well and talk to Tomes, update him.
I have no reason to assume otherwise.
Well, then that changes everything.
Hmm?
Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the subject. And what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example, one that will reveal all we seek.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not, few have. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand. And so, you see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case, it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away.
If it please your grace, might I one day borrow the chronicles? For a short while.
Of course, Lawsman Hippocrates. You need but ask.
Can I talk to my lordsman? No, can't even talk to my lordsman. This sucks.
Admits it, I can ride the Enterprise now.
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother you with the boring details, only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though. Just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters, fly merchant colors, and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... very well.
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
Let me know when you're leaving. I want a word before you go.
Of course.
Okay, now we are going to Waloed. Right? Yeah. Before we do that, I think we should go and do all the side stuff, which we have been looking to do for some time. The only problem is... hang on. Need some... yeah, let's see if I can talk to Tomes now. And I should get all the quests and see if my blacksmith has anything to get me.
Mid said I could ride the Enterprise next. No, she didn't.
Good morrow to you, my friend. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. Now this,
oh, nice.
I believe you will find most interesting. You wish to study the tomes?
What does he have to say
Knowledge
about that?
hoarded is knowledge lost, if I may observe. History can wait. We tread a dark corner of our...
Okay, before we go to Valur, let's do other stuff. Oh, by the way, you unlock new abilities. Which is Shiva. Okay, Shiva. Mesmerize. Launch multiple shards of ice that upon shit. Okay. Cold snap. Attacking. Okay, so ये cold snap से we have to freeze enemies, but 3,000 more. 3,000 to upgrade it, man. Isn't that a bit much? Rhyme. I think we will have to unlock Diamond Dust, but before that, करुड़ा को हटाते हैं और शिवा लेते हैं. शिवा में lightning rod, हाँ अभी तो शिवा में ही रहने दो. Let's do all the other quests now. Wait, what happened to the quests? There is one. There is one.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Papio nuts and all.
Trouble with your gear, or what do you want? Should last you a good while.
Stone tongue. No pretty, no pretty, no pretty, no pretty, no pretty. Sons of Oracles. Stained land cloth, stone tongue.
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts? I've never had.
Canva lost.
Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for our lesson today?
With Canva in the hands of Akashic.
Ah, see?
Don't tell me.
Oh, no. I'm working on bringing another one of the chiefs. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermal amplification and a system of reciprocal Let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn. Only mithril engines get hotter. And you can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other end. Trouble is, we won't be able to make out of any old rubbish neither. And I hear you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that.
If it's for the good of the hideaway.
Oh.
So, what exactly?
We've got a couple of examples here.
More fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like nothing else, see? And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things, we've collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes?
That's it, and we're only 3 short, mind. And we know there's one up Amber Way, in that ruin, and another in the Silent South, over in Dalmekia. Last one is in a ruin.
All right then.
It'll do. I'll be keeping all my...
Even weirder signs. Nice.
How was she?
So, she don't say.
Please, Your Grace, stay strong.
Time to the bed.
My Lord
Okay, okay.
Marquis.
What do you need?
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but his Grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger. And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard to come by, and our supplies are almost exhausted. Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to...
For Joshua. So...
A rare herb it grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems, we discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted. The search continues for a new source. One.
So it's only that you can't reach it? The stone...
Well...
Then I shall go in your...
But...
You've yet to find another source, correct? Besides, I'm a dog...
Well... Stonewort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct. I shall remain here.
Another quest. There are a ton of quests this time, right? Like... See, there's one here. There a quest, everywhere a quest. There's another here, right away. Where? Oh, in my chambers. Okay. I think we got another letter.
How do you split the sea?
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me.
Speak with Doris in the mess. Okay.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot.
Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha.
Who is Doris?
There's rest on a job. My job, actually. When she heard what the mission was.
Did she?
Following up on some... Once they'd settled in. The bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their imprisonment.
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the Beastmen. I'll go and find her.
If she's not moved on already, yeah.
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried.
Okay, I can only track 3 side quests at a time. Alright. Martha's Rest has a quest and some information for another quest. So let's go. I just want to activate every quest so that, you know, we can like tackle 2, 3 together. Hopefully. Maybe more together.
Doris should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
What do you want from me, Martha?
Ah, Claude, I'd like you to take something to sow seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they... I'll keep providing them with whatever they need. But if these pools going to survive, as of those they've lived their whole lives in service. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest out to provide for themselves. And if you're wondering why you... Well, the Wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of it. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it. But I think even he's starting to worry. And...
All right.
Thanks. There.
Gazelle greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're better that and chocolate ain't exact.
I'll take your word.
Anyway, I'll go up there.
I'm sure you...
Yeah, not prioritizing this one for now. Need to complete a lot of quests. Okay, let's check up on Martha. There are 3 quest markers right here.
I've got greens of all shapes and sizes. Colours too.
Wait, this merchant does he have something useful?
Anything catch your eye? Is that everything? Very well.
Says this is the area, but oh, this is a big area. She could be that side as well. No, she's only in that area. Not where in that area, god damn it. Hello? Seriously, where could this woman be?
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
It's been a pleasure.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid.
You. I heard you were out here on your own, tracking...
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie she's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us straight away, and then...
That was her just now, so...
I'd say so. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them back into Sambrek. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort. She's dangerous, Sid, but I think I can stop her.
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bearers to safety. Where are they?
The Baum Archers, soon to break camp. You go on ahead. I'll follow once I've said...
Okay. Now 3 questions this region alone. Okay, let's go here and we can get these 2 and then the third one. Okay, hang on a minute before we go do that. Let's go. Okay, now let's fight some enemies.
Time to fight.
Alright, these people are frozen.
Help me, boy.
I have to do this 10 times, I believe, for the trophy. Oh. Yep, oh snap trophy. So just need to freeze 10 people. You have to press O when you're dodging, you know, when you get the prompt for dodging. Instead of pressing R1, you press O and then you press O again. As it said in the trophy description. Now we need to kill 3 of these frosted enemies together. Let me see if I can. Hang on. Let me check what the trophy description is, please. Maybe we can do that. Simult frozen enemies using frostbite, permafrost, or diamond dust. Okay. Do I have any of these abilities? This is cold snap. This is ice age. This is mesmerize. This is rhyme. Only diamond dust I have. What is frostbite, permafrost, or diamond? Oh, 1902. I can unlock diamond dust. Nice. Now let's equip it. Instead of Giga Flare, let's equip Diamond Dust first. Let's just check to Giga Flare later. Are there 3 enemies over here? Nope. There are just 2 enemies.
Nice try.
Okay, now with Diamond Dust we just need 3 frozen enemies now.
Good. They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know us?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste. Lest any of you lackwits start talking like these. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more?
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before you go, it appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try. Get him!
Come on, man, this astrologer.
Help me, boy. I'm hurt, Togo. Help me, boy. Well done, Togo. I'm hurt, Togo. To me, boy. Help me, boy. I'm hurt, Togo. Help me, boy. Help me, boy.
Okay, work, please work. Yes, cold-blooded trophy. Got 3 kills with the diamond dust and they were frozen. Nice. So you just need to whittle their hide and then you can drag them up. Yep, nice.
So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging. I surrender.
Sid.
Ah, Doris. You know, but casting your lot with this criminal.
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner. This woman, my former master, once trained. She raised me like a daughter. And I did.
It wasn't all terrible. Surely. We had our fun, too. You were always so eager to learn. And had such clever hands. But you proved yourself a master of both. That's why I kept you for my own. How about it, my little dagger?
I never swore my blade to you. To liberate the bearers of farewell, master.
You always were a right. Perhaps that's the reason I...
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be, and she no longer has friends in high places. The dame does, though. Her connection...
All right.
I am. And thank you.
Okay, so we got all the Shiva related trophies.
And I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at...
ना hideaway तो एक साथ जाएंगे भाई 50 quest करके. दिया गया hideaway, very good.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the...
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the... Oh, and Muleta.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former... She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sambra. She won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none can't mean easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't.
I hope so. I suppose you had quite the past yourself before you came here. Anyway, thanks again, Sid.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
Alright, one quest down. 20 more to go. But first and foremost, I think we need to respect. Because I did not want diamond dust. Rhyme. Rhyme sounds good though. And what is this? Mesmerize. Shiva does no damage, man. Can be used in metal. No. Well, reset all abilities again. I know what I'll be going for this time. 32,000. Nice. Okay, this was filled up. Let's go for the expensive ones first, okay? Giga Flare was full up. Right. Mega Flare we don't need right now. Charged magic. Below the bike's not. Ignition we need pulled up. Okay. Precision dodge. We need lunge. We need. Okay, now what are the O abilities I need? Not Phoenix Shift, Deadly Embrace, Land Justice ability. This Titanic Block I definitely need. I think these are the three I should upgrade. Titanic Block I need. Wings of Lighting is good for area of effect. Cold Snap has 3000 though. Cold Snap is good though. I think Cold Snap is the only thing that is good. That is why it is the most expensive. Save it for later. Okay, Ignition we did. Rising Flames no, Heat Wave no, Scarlet Cyclone no, Phoenix Shift no. No. Gauge we need, yeah. Okay, Gauge we got. Lightning Rod we need, yes. Okay. Now Upheaval we should have. Wind Up no, Raging Fist. Impulse. Flare Breath. Satellite. Any enemy must fly. Oh wait, Mega Flare has to be mastered, man. What are you doing? And let's go to gear and icons. Let's go to abilities again. Ramu has Blind Justice. Oops. do this first. Cold Snap, this, and Bahamut. Oh, Bahamut was the one. Now give Bahamut the Giga Flare and Lightning Rod. Giga Flare and Lightning Rod. That is for Bahamut. Good. यहाँ पे we need ignition and that judgment bolt we had, right? Just 2300. Okay, fine. One judgment bolt. So give this guy his judgment bolt. Acha, judgment bolt I'll have to upgrade completely now. That cannot be done. And couch, wait. यहाँ पे we need couch. Alright. Now for the abilities we have 3140. If I upgrade it, what will it do? Just master. I have to keep this guy just for the judgment bolt, man. 5500. Reset. What else can I go for? You know what? I'm upgrading Cold Snap and then putting the rest of the points in Judgment. Got to upgrade Blind Justice then. To attack the target for that. I don't use Blind Justice, but oh, I want to use Cold Snap, which I can only use with the for this only. 5500 for Judgment Bolt. Can I equip it though? No. Mesmerize does. I say जी सही है फिर तो. Rhyme looks good then. Okay. Now where to? There's a quest over there, East Bulano. There are two markers. Wherever there are two markers, we go with the two markers. There are two markers. You know what? Because I don't know if they send me back to some new place. I don't want to take that risk. Okay.
The minion's all but done for.
Was that shouting I heard from the barracks?
And you're just gonna fall into line?
I don't trust this Duke.
My wards and I may soon...
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders.
second only to his radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes...
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military... a foundation upon which to build a new... He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his...
He would rob the populace.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly.
What does Captain Philippe make it? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied.
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful... A man whose stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe, but given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable.
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal for your services to Northreach? You have the respect of the soldiers, and unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent... Well?
I'll see what I can...
Thank you.
Tell me then, in the garrison?
Overseeing the
All right. I may have met this duke before, at the Remembrance Ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
It's not only control of the garrison.
I don't remember the Remembrance Ceremony. Does anyone else? When was the Remembrance Ceremony? No.
We already have a leader in the Dame.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You're the Dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. His Eminent wait here.
Is he a good guy or a bad guy?
You are the sellsword, and I shall see... But tell me, is it wealth?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought...
Ah, you are worried the expanded gap... Yet you needn't be. A proud pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution... But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire...
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles, which is more than can be said for. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place. With Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall...
I fear you underestimate how dangerous the... Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town.
The people will do as their... If Sandbreck is to be rebuilt, one whose authority... That is why this... So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed out... And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there...
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later. The citizens revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the... It wouldn't hurt to ask. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
One at a time now.
You are embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing yourself.
इसकी बेटी है पक्का.
Do you think he was the only one who survived? Was that shouting I heard from the barracks?
Could be trouble.
All right there.
Just your opinion. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Not much. None of us traders do. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer. And now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening to take everything we got from us. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
So no one likes his idea.
Dominion's all but done for. King stayed here.
I've been hearing a lot of...
Nothing good, old. Going around acting like he owns the place. And with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town.
I take it you'd rather she...
As far as I'm concerned, just need his eminence.
Okay. Eminence needs to throw down.
The garrison salvaged what they could.
A question. What do you think of the Duke of...
You build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you if he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty our... We'll do whatever it...
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
Just running around talking. Man! But this looks good. We are starting a revolution, guys. Viva la revolution!
You're the one who was talking to...
On the dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's... What do you think of his plan?
I'm a soldier, mate. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the dame. But that's where my loyalties lie. Not with the town or the Empire. If the Duke can get us some men and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards...
We won't forget this.
So we just need to show the Duke that he cannot fight the blue-skinned bastards without me.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to tell... Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me other... Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but Empire... Once Sanbreque is back on her feet...
Sabine, you are embarrassing.
We already have a leader in the Dame.
It's not only control of the garrison he wants, it's the whole of...
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of Oriflamme.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way. I mean, look around us. You can see the traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, maybe they wouldn't have to. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire is the best way of making sure we're all protected. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well...
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
Welcome back. Wraiths give you age.
Captain.
For you? Thank you for last. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about... Do you intend to go along...
To tell you the truth, it's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to...
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect...
That's right.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either. She thinks they could turn off...
Thank you, Clive. Protecting the people I love is what Well, duty. Thanks again.
He's going to go and slap the Duke or what?
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
If you would just let me sprint around this place, man.
Ah, Clive, were you able to...
I was.
चलो उसको सब कुछ रिकलेक्ट करके ना थोड़ा.
Well, it will certainly help to hold back though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople. They deserve to be heard, Clive.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions. And hopes to... I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacked. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion. And the soldiers, meanwhile, are content to... And not just because of the Duke's rank.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sanbreque? I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise. Thank you for...
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day. Because I realize what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of protecting. I honestly don't know when those monsters, but I'm certain they're not finished with it. And when they do come back, we need to stand with you to lead us, milady. I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go again.
Indeed.
All of us. That has always been Northreach's best hope. We have only to turn... Thank you, Philippe. For
anything for you. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help? I fear His Eminence has lofty...
Not at all.
Wouldn't be the first.
There may be hope for Northreach, especially with men like you, and I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then...
Until then?
Oh, nice. Quest is over. Not a single blow. 1745. We need like 2500 or something, man. 500 yards. That way. Ah, I don't know when to take the chocobo. New area is unlocked.
Your town needs you. Saw the captain just now.
I would speak with this Duke about the demands he's made of me and my fellow traders.
Yeah? And why would he want to speak with you? Now piss off.
What does the dame have to say about it?
Everyone talking and talking and talking.
Let's go.
Vibhag.
All right. Straight home now.
Soil and stone!
Ah, I went the wrong way. Shit-tastic.
I'll need to deal with these ones first.
I think this is the node which isn't protected.
It's over. Over here! Now to find this spherical echo. This is it. Right then. Just two more to find.
Okay, no more quests over here. Oh, thank God. What other new quest we have here? Okay, booklet. Hang on a minute. Right here, the quest is right here. Yeah.
What's happened?
Ah, Clive. You'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed very soon. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
What is it this time?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
All right.
Thanks.
Ooh, 1,000 yards away. Okay.
Don't blame yourself.
I know, but...
No buts about it, all right?
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican Army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter, but the Consortium offered double what we did, and the Army...
And you had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so...
Elle? I saw Vonnie leaving.
And with good reason.
So we could not get the bearers.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist were speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually, and at the price they paid. But I'm going to
Alone?
Are you offering to be... How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the Capitol gates. I'll send an owl ahead. You go to... Even if someone needs...
Oh, and that's...
Yeah, I don't care.
Well, it looks like we're meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls. She means to stay with us then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it.
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what and if Elle's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part. So I bid you farewell, and I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well. You go to Randala and see if you can stop my sister biting the Consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my best. All right. To Randala, then. I'd better not keep Eloise waiting.
Randala is over there. Oh, there are a lot of quests over there. There's one I can take there. There's lines in the sand. Duty undying. Can't go there, have to run there. Then I'll go through the course. Cross Jete course or whatever. Yeah, we're heading the right way. Come on.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
Looks like this is the end.
When are they gonna let us through?
Lots and lots of side quests, people. Lots and lots of side quests. Get the Chocobo out. Come on, when someone gives this Chocobo a nitrous booster or something. About time. This thing had some speed. And leave it. And leave it. And leave everything and run. Let me pick that up.
I hope I didn't keep... Did you arrange to speak with her?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with...
I did. It's about the bearers. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves.
You misunderstand. The Consortium had an interest in purchasing. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional... The bearers belong to him.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound no matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. And with it, my
associates will be sorry.
Who are his associates now? That's it?
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have... He was right. If the Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy... Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. And he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could... But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was...
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was they deserved, I wanted so bad.
Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is a pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head.
Wow.
Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can. They need help.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some...
Finally, dragon!
I'm coming.
Yeah. Coming where? अरे यार इतना सारा घूम के जाऊंगा नहीं let me just oh wait now I need to check the map which way go this yeah this way goes there go through the right Clive go through the right
ready go faster
अबे फास्टर का मतलब ये नहीं होता गधे की तरह चलो
That'll do, girl.
ये बढ़िया यहाँ और कूद जाओ save some time.
Where's Theodore?
Upriver! He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village. But we just have to pray he makes it out.
I can do better.
Torgal, with me. This sword is nice, right? The last one we had was human type looking. This is also nice. That one was better looking, but well, this does more damage, so.
Farewell. Too slow. Go for it.
Okay, dragon should not be a problem. We faced dragons before.
Damn it. The ether's too thick. These creatures have already turned. Finished. Too slow. Let's try. I'm hurt, Torgal. I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does.
Looks like
it's
found
found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy. Thanks, boy. This one.
Arey, where is my ignition, Baba? Ignition is on Shiva. Abajo me pasé, vos. अरे यार जो कोड स्नैप करना था वो उड़ जाएगा. Died. Okay, got the dragon.
Clive?
Return to us.
Theodore, you had me worried for...
Oh.
We have to get you out of here. I think it might be a little too late for that.
Oh man.
Vera or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream. Theodore!
Yeah. Don't make me fight Theodore.
Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you! Elle. Theodore. Take care of my sister. Theodore, wait. Goodbye, Elle.
No.
Thank you, Clive.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place, against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life? He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer, in more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of free, but he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken, and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night, and the choice I made, and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted was so we could be together. Oh, Theo. Why did you have to... I know Theo wanted me to move on. We can make a difference here. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces, just like we always have, and to Theo's, wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen, the life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own, to continue helping you however I can, whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together, then.
Okay. What else? There is an echo and there is a quest. First, let's take the quest because there is one. There is a quest over there and quest over here. Let's take up these quests so we know where we're going and what we're doing. Quest. Give me the quest, bro.
Take that, you naughty thief!
Clive! I just wanted to see how the town's been faring.
Since all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safe and firmly at the helm. Our stores are just as the good Lady Jane and Lord Underhill intended.
Are you a lord? Lubor's they're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil, because of how he stopped all the grown-ups.
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child, and the vote. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a school so that menaces like you two learn not to interrupt your elders. Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon.
May there indeed.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a unite, and they have formed what one could call, and they grow more organized.
We'll fight them all off just like last time. No matter how, won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, the longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Until the only way to overcome it might be to run for the hills. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organized by finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more?
How could I refuse?
Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you.
I'll go and speak with him.
Okay, lines in the sand. It is lines in the sand. It's right over there. Yeah, let's go to the desert gate because we have to go there and there and yeah.
What's the difference between a lord and a man?
Around town saying Master Luke.
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition. Still in Dalamil, Victor?
Ah,
I thought you'd have returned to...
I did. I've developed something of a fond, and having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it puts a sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits. And he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to organize our forces. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon at as many camps as we can. We can't give this league of theirs time.
All right. Which camp shall I take?
There's one upriver. Just out there, across the dunes.
Leave it with me.
Okay, there's one quest marker here and one there. Let's do both of these.
Those ne'er-do-wells went to band together. Let's go. Faster!
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers! Take his head off!
I keep pressing R1, man. I need to remember to press O. Wait, someone is curing them? That's this guy.
This one. Get him.
Nice.
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you? Ah, I see the bandits didn't pose you any...
No, but...
No. Something...
What is it?
The whole town's in uproar. They're saying that Lubor is a bearer.
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape, and his escape route took him right through Dalamil. Some of the children spotted him, and he was about to silence them. And when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic, and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years, which is what people are saying. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. No man is branded by choice. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who has made a leader of himself when the world believed he should have been a slave.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here, but I know one thing. Lubor needs all the friends he can get right now.
You're right.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running, but we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing.
All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed. That their enemy lies outside these walls, not within them.
You're right. We should speak to everyone.
I'm glad you agree. I'll handle the townsfolk. I'm a Dalmec born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lubor really is. They know that Lubor and I are friends. I might not make for the most impartial of interlocutors. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial mediator of note.
I'll do what I can. Lubor, stay here with the children. I can't promise anything, but we'll try.
And that is all I can ask of you.
Okay. Before we continue, hang on a minute. Quick washroom break. Be back. And we are back, guys. Sorry for a bit long wait. Went longer than I wanted it to. But a call. Had to take it.
Why do they all think
वॉशरूम में कॉल लेना पड़ा सोचो.
Knew
So
all
then-
along that he was playing us for fool.
Okay, guys, calm down. Slow your horses over there.
Forgive me for disturbing you, but could I have a moment of your time?
I've seen your face before.
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it? Of the The rumours that he's a bearer.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have...
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this, at least, he's done the town a service. Might that not...
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. That is a question for the people, and they will thank you not to get involved.
अबे यही जवाब दे देता.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refused to consider anything but their own wounded pride.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently. For now, we should report back to Lubor.
All right.
Getting calls after calls, man.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side?
Hang on a pretty minute, please.
For a share in
And we are
Lubor's
back.
ill-gotten guilt, perhaps?
Okay, report back to Lubor.
I assume the situation is hopeless?
There's still hope. But...
But perhaps not in this lifetime, I think it's fair to say.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. They'll come around. We'll talk some sense into them in the end, you'll see.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie. That a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right. And now, I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor. We'll be all alone.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go. Otto?
How could it possibly be for the best? The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
I would not take it, Victor. It's over.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the wolves? I thought you were better than this. But it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you will.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, I believe it. Ah, but where are my manners? Here. Right then.
If there's anything I can do...
I'll bear it.
Chalo, thank God another quest completed. Okay, I got to 1800 renown, which is good. Let me check one thing. I think we can use our abilities. If I reset it, I will be 1660. That will put me to 2700. What I need is 5500. So I take it back. Simple as that. Right, you. Let's just transport over there, man. This is a good place. There are a lot of quests which are being done right here only. Man, are these guys tough or what? These tough or what, man?
Two down, one to go.
Oh, before going to Dawood, yeah, let's go to Dawood, man. Let's do this first. Bravos, sorry.
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
If you can swing a hammer, you can...
12 August.
Clive!
And the...
Mostly off... Enough for the villagers to barricade him.
Well done.
Welcome. I never... Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravo keen to help...
I am.
For you could...
Blackthorn.
Oh.
One of the scouts couldn't keep his... Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoldan, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. the best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you're wasting half of mine instead.
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This is no time for bickering. You can finish beating each other up once Dravost is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah. So have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. We're short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic try to bite it off.
Okay, what do you have to do? Speak with August when you're ready. Hang on a minute. You know what? Pause the broadcast because it might be more than a minute.
You, ready for the off?
We can't afford to...
Right you are. Might be worth having one last word. Don't want any nasty surprise. Oh, and Blackthorn.
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls, and there are more coming up from the mines.
What was I saying about nasty surprises?
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back behind the gates.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons handy.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me?
August's right. I've seen what Akashic... The people here are tough and willing.
But I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I can.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate. But it won't come to that. I promise.
You'd better be right.
Take good care of Dravo.
Leave it to me. And... give...
All right. Which one of you's first? Get him!
Is that it? Apparently not. You're not getting past me. Nice try. Nice try. Farewell. Now, the question is, did I miss any?
Man alive! As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall. But we got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. Though you do know, more will come in time.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
Sid! You're enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. But mostly...
I'm afraid I've only delayed. There's no getting rid of, meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing.
And that's if the flood don't spread. I hate to say it, but the village's days are...
That may be, but with ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly, it's our home. We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up that...
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravos needed you. So, thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have let...
Too bloody right. I always envied you. How you made everything look so easy when, for me, it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what do you... You'd have been the death of the...
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but... Our work used to be the pride of... Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day, because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravos what a true master blacksmith looks like. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from... Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the...
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid.
And this is?
A token of... But I'm of a mind to make you a far. Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief for generations.
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to hone an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravos in the first place? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. So I turned my hat between the two of us. I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever
Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the hideaway, would you?
As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan.
Lord Rosfield, is there aught the Undying might assist you?
Perhaps. My brother said that you're... Have you learned anything of note?
Little and less.
I see.
Be assured, however, that we will not even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every corner of the realm.
Fallen ruins, I take it.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants of the fallen civilization, as if protecting the secrets concealed within.
Secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our methods be of interest, my lord, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our number at work.
Would that be possible?
Of course. As perchance you are familiar with Kretov. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect their preliminary findings, but if you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that they would be honored to relate any discoveries they have made to you directly.
All right.
They will be. Might I suggest you take the road? It will lead you straight to the village.
Thank you.
I wish you a safe journey, my lord.
Over here! This one.
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia. Don't get surrounded. We're safe. Nice try. Too slow. You're finished. Nice try. Sick. Too slow. Nice try. Over here. Too slow. This one. To me, boy. Well done. Get him. To me, boy. Ready, go? Oh no. You'll pay for this. Me. still be survivors. Over here! Whatever that thing is, I'd say it's their leader.
Man, I did not notice my mic was on mute for so long. I've been saying so many good jokes.
Should have stayed in the past.
Like the best joke you could have ever heard on everything.
These must be Cyril's colleagues.
Yeah, but this colleagues. Okay,
You
we
have
found
our
a ring.
thanks, stranger.
Huh?
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, my lord. I did not recognize you. We are archaeologians tasked with surveying this site. Thanks to them, and to you, we were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its conclusion.
What?
You call that a mercy? Your brothers might still be alive if you put their safety before your duty. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with uncovering Ultima's origins. A duty
full
of the
cult, man.
highest import, as I'm sure you will agree.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you too?
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause, an honor to which all undying aspire. Now, to what do we owe the honor of...
Cyril told me of your work here.
I see. That is most kind. May the firebirds flame, but...
These guys are like completely devoted. We have to get
One
the
thing to lay down
research.
your life for another. But for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
Okay, by the way, if you saw it, because I was not talking, we got a ring there
Let us
earlier.
continue then. There is a second.
Okay, they're still doing the research and all that. So there was a ring we found. It was right where? Right here. This place had a ring. Okay. Backy rest we just roamed around. I don't know how long I have been on mute. But I think only this quest part. Maybe more. Not sure. Just muted my mic and forgot to unmute it. Silly that I am.
Ah, you are
What a
returned,
camera.
my lord.
I
Further blacksmith quest.
collected your colleague's preliminary find here.
You and your fight.
Cyril, your survey party's losses which could have been avoided. Had the others not chosen to complete their work, were these your orders?
No. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix. It is our sole duty.
Even when death is avoidable.
My lord, I fear that this is not a point over which it would be fruitful to argue. The Undying have served the Phoenix for countless generations, and your opinion of our methods, however earnest, is not like to change them. We live to serve the Phoenix. Our very order exists for that purpose, and that purpose alone.
Cyril, I know that you and your brethren, but allow me to offer you a word. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender their lives without good reason. Provide your survey parties with an escort, that they might live to do their duty for years to come. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Joshua would want you to serve him. Please. For all our sakes.
I thank you for your advice, my lord.
Interesting point. सही है. जिंदा
If
रहोगे
you
तो
will permit
ज़्यादा
me to
cult में.
respond. Our faith in his grace, Joshua Rossfield, is absolute. And we of the Undying will do what we believe is right to fulfill our duty unto him. As first shield to the Phoenix, I am sure you...
I do.
Then we are of the same mind. And it is my hope that we may continue to do our duty.
अच्छा ये लॉन्ग है. आप पता चला मुझे. हुड के अंदर सब तो छुपा रखा है. I'm going to start calling him SGO now. It is a cooldown time 1.5 seconds. Okay. Another quest done, man. We've done a ton of side quests, people, and gotten no trophy. I really want a trophy now. Give me a trophy. Come on, give me a trophy. No, you won't give me a trophy, will you? Okay, lots of stuff in Hideaway. Let's see. Okay, there is 1, 2, and 3. So that is East Pool. So we start from Arnold Docks and go to Shallow Brook for even weirder signs. Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
अबे कहाँ से गाधे के गॉब्लिन मरना है तेरे को.
Nice try.
faster. Be safe. Nice try.
Nice. Hang on a moment, my headset is running out of battery almost. Just gotta put the charger in. I think this is the spot.
Get him. Nice try. To me, boy. Help me, boy. Bahamas. Get him. That's what I told him. Too slow. Needed that. Too slow.
Nice. Collect ferry, collect. Nice.
That's all of them. No one can uncross his toes now.
3 reads and then East Pool. Finally. Finally, we're about to be done with all of these quests, man. Okay, no fall damage. Fall down. Avoid these people, huh? Don't want to get into a brawl with these people. If I can avoid them, I could much rather avoid them. Yep, avoided them. Nice. Done. Chocobo, this is much faster than calling a Chocobo and having him come to your aid, because Chocobo sucks, man.
Here's the aqueduct. Now How to find our stonewort. Yote mentioned blood-red petals. Just my luck. I won't be picking anything till they're gone. There's only one thing for it. Too slow.
वे मानोगे नहीं तुम. Fantastic. Finally he's dead. And I used up all my potions for this guy. Ah. Bright red. Looking for some red stuff. Oh yeah, these are the red stuff.
Here it is. Better collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive.
Oh, don't tell me there are going to be reinforcements, man.
Right. That should do it. Let's get these back to Yote.
Okay, now East Pool. There's Wade. Hello, Wadey.
Ah, Lord Ross, what brings you to eat?
A delivery.
These are Gizzard. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings, then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought they'd long since gone to seed.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad... These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought... They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their... Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses.
The Horde is closing in. They're coming, Sir Wade. All of them.
Damn it all. I thought we'd have more. Gather the men in the square. Send to the...
Yes, Sir Wade.
Did you notice, like this part when...
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen
we
prowling around the
broke down the
reaches
crystals.
for a
All
while
the
now.
in the start we will
We
see
don't have the
crystals
numbers
working
to hold back
everywhere.
a swarm
People
that
freezing
size.
their food with
I
crystals
had
and all.
hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians
All
might be
those
able to
things are
defend
no
the
longer
village, but...
there.
Now you're out of time.
Precisely.
Yeah.
If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do,
And I'm sorry I
we
talked
may
over this
just
guy.
scrape
You are
through,
hearing
but I fear that's
two
rather an
dialogues right
enormous
now.
if.
But
What if you
not
could
like
call
he's
on
saying something.
reinforcements from Eastpool?
Not like they say something.
You mean the
useful.
bearers?
Just
We brought them here so they might live, not die fighting for the...
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. Now the bearers, though they may not be trained soldiers like your guardians, what help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
If they can't eat,
You're
make
right,
them fight.
my lord. I will appeal to them.
Good. Go ahead and do that. Now we need to kill a lot of people to save Eastpool.
My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter, to serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you.
Idiot.
Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
With a frying pan. That's the weapon I want. फालतू में एक्सकैलिबर पता नहीं क्या क्या फोर्ज करने में लगा हुआ हूँ.
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool!
वो अकेला खड़ा है वहाँ पे. See, this is nice. That one part man is like shoulders down. Oh man, I have to fight now.
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, That point will be the village square. The perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them. And for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Sir Wade, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade! They're here!
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes. I will not let this village fall.
Come on, attack me, man. Come on. Come on. Oh, all slain? I doubt it. Now one new enemy will come, I believe. Okay, 2000. Okay.
Looks like that's the last of...
Lord Rossfield!
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in...
Well, the better half of her guard is here.
Mm.
So wait, how many Akashic remain in Eastpool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance. I could order a detachment.
No. You stay here too, Sir Wade. I'll go after the cur. Join me only when...
If you're sure. May the Founder protect...
Okay, now to save Eastpool. There's a curl, man. You can take care of curl. Yes, I am running.
Next one's mine. I might not know
Hang on a minute, please. Just be back in 1 minute. Okay, we are back. We start running, we keep running. Run, beta, run.
Time to fight.
Oh, where is that girl? Here, curly, curly, curly. Here, curly, curly, curly.
Get him!
Here's the girl. No girl over there? Hey, what's that? And of IPA.
This one's awake.
In which you must combat continuously or deadly equipped with only the feat and abilities of a single icon. Oh.
Let's see what's inside.
Should we? I don't think we should. No, but a single icon, the Phoenix. Only Phoenix. Nope. I think we'll have to upgrade those abilities or not. I don't know. This sounds like tough. This sounds like challenge mode. Stuff like that. Where's the curl? There it is.
There it is. With me, Torgal.
Craptastic, I did no damage. What the crap is going on? Oh, this freaking भैंस की ये wooden, this stupid wooden pillar, man. What the crap? Get away from that wooden pillar, you dumb cat. Now take some damage, you dumb cat. See, this is how easy it was. But the dumb cat just won't take damage. Oh, curl whisker.
All right. Back to Eastpool.
Lord Rossfield.
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. We were able to eradicate the... I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
Nice.
I think it might.
We saved East... Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before.
Nah, ये हो गया सही अब.
We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours.
And we shall. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
Yeah.
This village isn't gonna
They're not slaves anymore.
Hang on a minute. Call आया. And we are back.
no. They're Rosarians.
Ah,
Your
this is
father
making
took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he was still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be...
I shall remain here, my lord, and after all, this is my home now too. And I could hardly call my...
I think you'll find it's East Pudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course, and I'll be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
परेशान कर रखा है इन लोगों ने परेशान.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes?
Yep, boy.
How could I forget?
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be...
I'll do my best.
Alright, finally we're done. Well, before we continue, I guess I must apologize because of the certain pauses in between, and I have to keep getting up and down to take calls and all because I'm putting in a system. The problem is that I usually play for long stretches. As you can see, this stream has gone on for over 3.5 hours already. So that way, the problem is that for that longer duration there is usually something that comes up. Although I try to avoid everything, but some things of importance when they come up, I cannot ignore them. So I take a couple of minutes off for that, and this I will get these things more streamlined. I am working on it, but you know, work, life, and gaming, it's a delicate balance, guys. It's not as easy as it seems.
The hero, it's lucky you can. Not only did
I just did what
And it's only right that you take it before...
What is it?
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's fight and a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd...
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know... Bearers living free like that. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful, anyway. I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of...
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing, just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough. Better get back to work. Let the least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Finally, rekindling the flame also. Man, I am not even leveled up once through all of this. But well, Master has a signboard and meteorite and all. Okay. Got a lot of stuff. Now I can finally return to my hideaway, right? There's nothing else left. Yeah, that was Kratos groaning in agreement. Go back to the hideaway, dude. It's like, yeah, Kratos, I'm going, man. I'm going. Okay, now I just need to talk to every single person in the hideaway. Every single one. We go here, we talk to the Black Hammer, we talk to that guy, do that. Just, that's it? No, I think these are the only quests I have active, which is showing me. Let's go and see. Talk to the Black Hammer first.
Tell me we've run out of Papio nuts and all.
We were just about to make a start.
It's funny, but none of this would have been... You remember Camille? We'll be using his leather work for the grip.
Okay.
The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is, then.
Okay.
Well, bugger me.
Nice. Nice.
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
It's
Ooh.
quite something.
Yeah, baby.
Trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravost.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this...
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Oh, finally we leveled up. 44. Thank you. Ooh, goddamn rung. Goddamn rung. Ragnarok. Okay. Yeah, goddamn rung. I think there's a trophy for this. And also goddamn rung is like... Wait, it's a weapon. There's a goddamn rung in all the Final Fantasies. And this time I think it's a weapon. No, wait, I'll just check the recipe over here.
So what do I owe the honor? I never fought me, and if it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't. What do you want?
How much damage does Rotterdam rank do? Okay. Plus 375. Okay, I need Oriculum. I need Dark Shield and I need Primitive Battle Horn. Neither of those. That will give me a 70 or 75.
That it? Fine.
Oh wait. Can I forge
Same falling, do you?
any of these? Oh, the bros? No. Stone Tongue, Dark Slayer Belt? No. And on the first stained lion calls also.
Anything else?
Right now. Nah, nothing else, bro. There was nothing there down there which we had to do. I have to go to the infirmary, I think.
Canva lost? It can't be true. I'm sorry, but the report was clear.
Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for us?
With Canva in the hands of Akashic.
Ah, Sid. Sir.
Yeah, that is very
good. Thanks. I'll fit him to the smelt.
Ah, nice.
May I... The Telemon furnace! Ain't bad, is she? She's a beauty. You saved my bacon again, Sid, and I ain't about to let your good deed go unrewarded. It's fine, really. Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can... You could just... How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff. Reckon you could loosen it up and make some more room? I reckon I know how.
Just buy me a
new alloy we've been working on. The Telemon furnace was just what we needed to perfect it. It's a metal, see? So it's lovely and strong, but it's also, well, stretchy, if you can believe it. Stretchy metal. Well, if you insist. That is the spirit. You'll love it.
Okay.
So, what do you reckon? It's... Thank you, Owen. Shh, don't mention it. And I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway. Reckon we'll have... Can't think of any right now, but... That's our job, innit? Dreaming up new ways to make maybe even out there, too. One day, the whole world's gonna know about the inventions you've helped us put together. That bag of yours will be the first of many. You mark my words. They'll hardly believe their eyes.
Okay, finally quest complete. Even weirder signs. Nice. Okay, further increase. I think we get a trophy here. Yep, inventory maximized. And that should be that. Okay. Yes. With 2Ds trophy earned. This is for getting the maximum inventory. So everything was related to side quest, I think. We needed to upgrade our capacity and their potency. So the quest we did in the... Like both these quests we have done in this workshop and the other we did near this botanical gardens. Both of these quests, like total 4 quests, and we got all our upgrades. Now we talk to Yote.
Yote.
Hang on a minute.
Yes, my lord.
Q. I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
I'm very glad to hear it.
Very sorry, another call.
You and his
Anywho,
great youth. I am honored that you should. But I beg you, my lord.
I'll keep that in mind.
Right. I'm just talking about brotherly love. And I'm like, I'm done. Oh, this gave us some good amount of ability points. Nice. Nice. Oh, thank God. All the quests are cleared now. Now let's go take our rewards. And now the hunting mode is something. Now, finally. Craptastic. Hey, Desiree.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
Yeah. Give me the faith undying.
You earned this.
That's all we got. Ring of Swift Shot. 2365 and 2850. Man, how am I going to get there? How the crap am I going to get there?
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Okay, Nectar, you have a hunt for me? Let's do the hunt as well. Finish it up. S. The trip. Tricycle driver. I told me we stay here 100 journey. Velcro. Gonna lion and a scorpion. Oh, Chimera. Okay. Velcro. Velcro is the only lead we have going on. Let's see. Open local map. Anyone see Velcro anywhere? Nope. This one, open local map. Oh, the Velcro desert. Oh, nice. I'm not fighting these guys. I'm just running around over here. Anyone see a chimera anywhere? You guys will let me know if you see a chimera, right? Wait, is that a root? No, it's not a root. Let's see. Hang on a minute. Be right back. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry about that. Keep getting calls and calls. Got to end this stream soon. Let's just find the damn chimera, man. Anyone see? Oh! See how he just occurred on our screen. And we just ran towards him. Wow. Okay, this is an S rank, so this is going to be tough. We just have. Wait. I don't even have potions. Awesome. Let's see, maybe I can do something about this guy. George Mera.
We're not going to outrun this one. Stay close, Tormod.